great pleasure and pride to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Vanitha R. Muralikumar ma'am, a distinguished Ayurvedic physician, academician, visionary and leader who is also the first woman to be elected as the president of CCIM. So ma'am also has Dhanvantralaya Ayurveda Multi-Speciality Clinic in Chennai, Coimbatore, New Delhi. She runs Smriti Ayur Care in Malaysia. She is the former president of CCIM and director of Shree Varma Ayurveda Medical College, Siddha Medical College and Homeopathy Medical College. President of All India Ayurveda Congress, Chennai, scientist in charge of Institution of Animal Ethics Committee and Center of Research. It is a great honor to have you here, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, bro. You have provided me a stool. You understand my height is less. Thank you, because every time we struggle when we are on the dais, you know, I'm very short and catching the mic itself will be a challenge for me when I speak. Today, I didn't have that problem. Thank you for a good introduction from the MC. I'm very happy because only in Tamil Nadu my name is pronounced very well, Vanitha R. Muralikumar. Every time I have a difficulty in my name. Sometimes in North they call Vanitha. Sometimes even they change my husband's name, Vanitha Murali Krishnan, Vanitha Muralidharan. So many times I face that problem because there is always an issue in my name, you know. Vanitha Muralikumar is not very common in North. They all love Murali Krishna, Muralidharan like that. So sometimes I find difficulty in the name. Once, when I was elected as the CCM president, I was called to give my debut speech. When the MC called, now Dr. Vanitha Muralidharan will give her speech, felicitation speech. My husband sitting in the front row left the hall. I started speaking, then after my speech, I called my husband. He said, your people don't know how to pronounce my name. I already left the airport. I'm going back to Chennai from Delhi. I was looking at the MC. MC was looking at me in tension because somebody already informed that she misspelled the name. But immediately I got down and I hugged her. Only I know the reason. She didn't understand. For past few years, I couldn't do this. You have done this in one misspell of Murali Krishnan. Thank you so much, I told her. Till today, she don't know what is that reason. So MC is very important for any kind of introduction. So thank you so much for that. Today, since they have called very high about me, high about Ayurveda, like I felt like I am a centipede. I am in really a stage fear in address before you. I'm confused whether I'm addressing in front of students or doctors or public. Anyway, it's a mixed crowd. Maybe in due course, I'll understand to who I am speaking. You know the difference between lizard and centipede, you know? Lizard has 4 legs. Centipede, ellarukku theriyulla. 100 kaal irukum. They have 100 legs. One day this lizard was very jealous on the centipede. Lizard having 4 legs, always envying the centipede. It has 100 legs. How to disturb like that, okay? So one day the lizard spoke to the centipede. See, with 4 legs, it's very difficult to manage for me to climbing, traveling from one place to another. With 100 legs, how you are doing? Like that, you put a spotlight on the centipede. The centipede got mentally disturbed. Oh, with 100 legs we are walking. The next time we should be very careful, very careful. Slowly thinking this, it started getting disturbed and there is a changes in the walking and slipped away. Similarly, when you are put in the spotlight, then you have the fear of delivering a very good felicitation address. Today, I am like a centipede. Lizard is the MC. Thank you, Ministry of Ayush and Nasya, for giving this wonderful opportunity. First time Tamil Nadu is witnessing such a great program in the field of Ayush, especially Ayurveda. Kudos to the Nasya Tamil Nadu and even the central organization. I am very proud of Nasya because I was the one who inaugurated this Nasya in 2014 in Delhi. And I'm very proud. Dr. Namrata is here. I think Prashant should be here. Dr. Pooja should be here. I work with them for many years for every event. If they don't have a chief guest, definitely they call me for the chief guest and I always present for them. So, first time Tamil Nadu, we doctors witness this wonderful opportunity. We are witnessing the talents. We are witnessing a lot of skills. I think from yesterday and today you are witnessing, and you'll be there for next 2 days. So the appreciation goes a daring person who made this event a possible one. Always there is a thing of impossibility in our place to do for any program for Ayurveda. The daring personality who made it possible, other than Dr.Shree Varma, my Thambi, kudos to you, wonderful. And thank you for giving me this opportunity also to address. Okay, coming to the point, you know, we Ayurvedic doctors, not only Ayurvedic doctors, we from health industry are very important to the world now, because health industry is the topmost industry in the form of remuneration. In the form of remuneration. We only earn high. Unfortunately, people celebrate only 5 rupees doctors. If you earn more, then you are not celebrated. Right? Barra hospital kattitan. Periya hospital, periya corporate level of muneri pitan. In the doctor, 500 rupees fees vaangறாரு. You know, public look at us in that way. And if you are an Ayurvedic doctor, and if you take more than 500 rupees, definitely, you will be definitely snatched away, you know. But we are the growing industries, and we are very important among the health industry. Ayurvedic doctors are most important now. Out of my experience, there are only 3 types of doctors. One is a good doctor who treats a patient well, earns more. Both the career will be settled and the illness will be settled. The second place will be like they study Ayurveda, Siddha, Yoga, Unani, but they don't practice. They get into other business like Ekalavya, learned the entire art and given his thumb to Dronacharya, not doing it, even it has become very useless. The education become useless. The third category is like, you know, you learn Ayurveda, Siddha or homeopathy, but you always have a craze and love to do allopathy because you always have a craziness towards this. You want to become like them. You want to become a copy-paste of them. You always admire them to that level. So, like Karna learning all the skills and he's joining the opposite party, you know, like Duryodhana, the education becomes dangerous. So these kind of things we are not doing, especially in Tamil Nadu. We are very strict and legally we are practicing, and I think I'm addressing among such doctors assembled here. In our practice, we are 3 types of doctors, but we see 4 types of patients. 4 types of patients. The first type is they have a problem and we prescribe. They very calmly take the medicines, come back to you for the review. Yes, it works, or if it not works, again you change the medicine, but they will be with you loyally. The second type of patients are, they have a problem, but they don't want to take medicines from you because they are all educated from the YouTube University and WhatsApp University, and nowadays a recent university called ChatGPT. The second category is not fit for us. The third category is, there is no problem at all, but they want medicines. Even the computerized blood test reports having a very borderline rise. Suppose if you need a hemoglobin level of 13, and if it is 12.9, they come to you as if they have a big problem, and definitely they want medicines from you, or they want a big sympathy from you. If you compassionately tell them, idella borderline da, onnu prachana illa, then they don't believe, they don't recognize you as doctors. They want some medicines, even they don't have a problem. I had a patient who kept on coming to me for headache, and I couldn't treat her because whatever way I treated didn't click for her, and she made me very, very, very guilty that I'm not a good doctor. One day I met her in a railway station, and I was just about to ask her. I was feeling a little guilty, but still I asked her, how is her headache? Then she replied that, yeah, he left to Singapore. The headache is not her problem. Her husband was her problem, so he settled in Singapore. That was the third category. They don't have a problem, but they want medicines. But of course, they give us business. And the fourth category is, you don't have a problem at all, and you don't want to have a medicine at all. Such category, we consider them as the healthy people, but send them for a master health checkup and make them patients and come back to you. So they all become patients to you. So the third and fourth category or the categories that gave us business. So that's why the health industry is the topmost in case of remuneration globally. And Ayurveda is going to play a major role in this industry, remember. What do you need for that? What kind of things, what kind of efforts you need to put? Or it's only, everyone should become an entrepreneur, not mere a doctor. Everyone should become an entrepreneur, even a small or big. Nothing minds. You don't have a money, you don't have a background. Nothing is required. All you need is to take a small risk and some skill. You remember Ola, Uber, none of the cars are owned by them. You see Swiggy, Zomato, none of the hotels are owned by them. Only a small IIT mind, a small NIT minds made its big business. So we Ayush doctors must take a risk, and I'm telling you, this is not a risk for you. This is really a cakewalk for you. The next few years going to be cakewalk for the Ayush professionals, because the government of India, thanks to Prime Minister for supporting, making a very, very, very big bang globally about Ayurveda, because I know myself, I'm running a clinic, I'm running a hospital in Malaysia. I have a business in Taiwan exporting Ayurvedic products. I'm telling you, personally, I am witnessing a huge, huge, huge growth in this industry. And what about this integration? Do we really need? Yes, definitely we need. The public, few people sitting here, have a lot of confusion when to approach an Ayurvedic doctor, when to approach an allopathy doctor. Or the allopathy doctors itself will confuse, don't go to Ayurvedic doctor, but Ayurvedic doctors also can have a false hope or a big climb not to go to an allopathy doctor. This kind of things happening, and we need to make very, very clear that you do ethically and legally and professionally very well, then definitely there is a lift for you. Your profession, your activities must have a concern and must have a good reason to grow. If you really have a good reason, definitely it will grow. Like a BSNL, it reached all the villages and it has grown, networking. People think that digitization, ChatGPT, AI is going to disturb Ayurvedic practice, but definitely no. The allopathy system, so-called as a modern system, definitely depends on the numbers for the public information. When you go to an hospital, they take your temperature, they take your BP, they see your pulse, they see your oxygen concentration. Everything is numbers. Everything is numbers. For them, a person, in any other profession, they are client, they are customers. But only for the medical profession, the person is a patient. We call them as a patient. They all depend on the numbers. For them, it is a case. And if you suddenly die, you become a body, right? And this industry is the only industry where your customers or patient health has no guarantee. No one can question you, why did this to me, if you are legally worth doing. And this industry becoming digitized, depending on the numbers, unlike Ayurveda, Siddha, Homeopathy or Unani, if the patient comes and tells you the symptoms, if you find something from him, the signs, they do the blood test, the scan reports. If all the numbers are put in a mobile phone and you just shake it, the diagnosis comes. And beyond this, they cannot think anything. That's the thing happening, ladies and gentlemen. But unlike Ayurvedic doctors, Ayurveda is not like that. There's a huge difference between allopathy and Ayurveda, I'm telling you. But both are required. That's what integration is. Integration is not like you misunderstand that Ayurvedic doctors are blandly given permission to practice allopathy, or an allopathy doctors can do Ayurveda. It's not like that. You do your work. Everybody should perform well in their domain. But whenever the requirement is that, please refer. Ayurvedic doctors, please refer. We are also slowly seeing and witnessing the improvement of getting referrals from allopathy. This is what is integration. To easily remember, I can tell you the integration is like the difference between allopathy and Ayurveda is like a difference between men and women. You know the biggest difference between men and women? The women are process-oriented. The men are result-oriented. Suppose if you ask me, I was sitting in the OP till 3 o'clock and Vijaypal sir texted me, your speech is at 4 o'clock. I said, no sir, you told me 5. He said, you check your message, it's at 4 o'clock, so run fast. Immediately I caught hold of Dr. Ashok and Dr. Kodai. I discontinued OP and jumped. If you ask me like this, I'll tell stories like this. 3 o'clock I was there, then I took the car, I came to the airport, huge traffic was there, then I turned into the butt road, I reached here on time. Like that I'll tell. Women are process oriented. Suppose if the same question, if you ask to Dr. Shree Varma, my next speaker, he will tell you, I started and I reached on time. There will be simple words, They are only result oriented. If you ask me, I am a process oriented. That's the difference between allopathy and Ayurveda, just like men and women. And another one thing, the men, I don't know whether it's a DNA problem in women. The men maintains the friendship. The women never, they keep in mind in 1948 you did like this, 1982 you did like this, It's a DNA problem. Sorry female doctors present here or the public from here. The men maintains the friendship. Even after 10 years, if they get a phone call from his friend, immediately he will tell, Solada macha, enna venum. Immediately he will jump and ask what's the help you need. Suppose if the 10 years two females didn't maintain the relationship or the friendship. After 10 years, if the female is calling, for example, if they are calling me, I will not pick the phone. Why she is calling now? After 10 years she is calling now, then there must be she needs something. Then I will leave for 2-3 missed calls and fourth call I will attend. If fourth call, if she didn't ask and she didn't call me, I myself will call. Okay, this is the difference between men and women. That's the difference between allopathy and Ayurveda. But even then, a difference between men and women, both are required, right? So both are required. That is called integration. So be very clear in integration. Who are all process oriented? Who are all result oriented? Who will talk to the patients more? Who will be compassionate enough? Who have time to speak? Who can think the past and many things. So mostly the combination is required. That's called the integration. Integration is very, very important. Digitization is not going to affect. I'm telling you, nothing can shake, especially artificial intelligence cannot shake Ayurvedic intelligence. Remember, if you keep AI versus AI, which AI will win, So artificial intelligence can never shake Ayurvedic intelligence, because today you can fall in love in an SMS. You can get engaged in a Facebook. You announce your invitation, marriage invitation at Twitter. Okay, you get married in Amazon. You give birth in you give birth in Flipkart. You sell your baby in some other apps. There are so many applications here. The world is so much changing. The world is changing, but Ayurvedic doctors must change, but not the Ayurvedic concepts. That's very, very important. There are two friends. One is doctor friend and one is a surgeon. One is a businessman. One day the businessman called the doctor, surgeon friend and said, my wife is suffering from abdomen pain. It is appendicitis. Please get her operated because I'm traveling. I'm on the way to my New York City. The doctor said, it's me who have to diagnose it. It's not you. But the businessman friend replied, yeah, I already Googled it. So it's appendicitis, you get it operated. Unfortunately, correctly, the wife came and the surgeon friend said, yeah, it's appendicitis and got operated. But exactly after 3 years, the same business friend called the surgeon friend and said, I'm sending my wife suffering from abdomen pain. Please get her appendicitis operated. Again, the surgeon friend replied, see, you can Google, but there can be only one appendix. Second time, it cannot be operated, so your Google is wrong. But the business friend said, yes, I understand, but there can be only one appendix, but there can be 2 wives. I'm sending my second wife to you now. But Google may be right, but keeping the secret is also in the in the hand of doctors. So that's the thing you need to understand. And many students are here. I know during your student life, you face a lot of difficulty. Even we have crossed, first of all, in reading Sanskrit, pronouncing it, reading the shlokas, pass out, come. And first year, the Padatha Vinyanam dares you to go out of the college and discontinue the course. And after great difficulty, when you pass out and come, people will ask, who is Dhanvantri? When we say this Dhanvantri is the father of Ayurveda, what is the history of Ayurveda? Then I say this Brahma gave it to Daksha Prajapati, Brahma Smrita, Ayurveda Vedam, and I said, they laugh at us. You have such a history. Do you think it's believable? People ask me such questions when I pass out. Nowadays, I'm not telling father of Ayurveda. I'll tell Dhanvantri is my health minister, permanent health minister in India, Lord Dhanvantri. So people, they mind to poke you. They mind to tell that you're not scientific, you're very unscientific. These kind of questions posed at you, and they always focus on practice, evidence-based practice. But I used to tell it is practice-based evidence. But I can't further move on, like keeping on telling that yes, I am practice-based evidence. Definitely I have to move to evidence-based practice. So the research can be understood in a different way. Suppose if you ask your grandfather, how do you get married to your grandmother? Grandfather says, I didn't see it her, after marriage only I saw her, If you ask grandmother, how much you love grandfather, how did you get married to him? Then the grandmother will tell, அவரை நான் எங்க பார்த்தேன் 4 பிள்ளைங்க பிறந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நிமிந்தே பார்த்தேன். So these kind of things you understand, Suppose if you ask a researcher, suppose if you ask a father, the father used to tell, in my life I had a principle that I will see only one girl and I will get married to that girl. That's all about love to them. But if you ask a researcher, the researcher will tell, when I saw that girl, my oxytocin, serotonin levels increased. So these kind of descriptions you get. But the final result is same, right? Final result is same. That's what about Ayurveda. Whatever you do research, there is now 4th dosha or a 6th Mahabhuta. We are going to come out with the new concepts. The concepts will never change. That's the beauty of Ayurveda. You mean like you have to be very stubborn with your principles. Without modifying your principles, Ayurveda doctors can change and improve their professionalism and do well very much globally. That's very important. And we cannot say that don't have a false claim. Never say that in my book it is already written. Many of the things written in the books we are not practically doing. And we always say that அந்த காலத்திலே எல்லாம் சொல்லிருக்கு, அந்த காலத்திலே எல்லாம் சொல்லிருக்கு. You can never repeat that word andakalam now, because andakalam is the frustrated word and very nostalgic to know. With this, I think I'm open for any other questions about the journey of Ayurveda or what happened in Tamil Nadu, or if students are there, they can also pose the questions how to improve their practice and do well. Whatever you do in this, it will come back to you 100 times or 1,000 times back to you. That's the message I wanted to give you. To the public sitting here, my topics actually was Ayurveda Valvin Rahasyangal, because the Rahasyathalla apdi public sollakudadu, but they gave me the topic so that I'll open up to tell the secrets. So the public, the best part, the best secret of your health is our Ayurvedic lifestyle. That's the blueprint. That's the blueprint for your health. Following the Dinacharya, following the Rutacharya, following the Shadvrata, following the Acharya Rasayana. So these are the things which are going to help you for a healthy life. So Ayurveda is not like you come to the Ayurvedic doctor for a knee joint pain and ask for oil and get a prescription for a massage. This is for the public. Ayurveda can do wonders. We are doing wonders. We treat urethral strictures, we treat tubal blocks. I integrate myself for the fertility with IVF after Panchakarma and giving 40% result. If you do only IVF, there is only the success rate of 6 to 8%. But I personally do, I myself went for the training and we have established, we do integrate oncology. And by witnessing these kind of things, really in the practice, it's very exciting for me that I can do many things with Ayurveda, not only with the pain, but we can never underestimate the pain management, of course. But the mindset of the people to change, that we are approaching an Ayurvedic doctor for massage. No, we can approach Ayurvedic doctor for many things. We do wonders for lumbar, disc bulge, whatever it is, except for a complete canal stenosis. Without surgery, we can manage. And many things are happening and really exciting to know the results. So document it. Show to the show to the public, my hospital is open for all the students for training, and we encourage people. We are very open. We are not having any secrets. So with this, I am giving you the message. Please do good to others, and it will return back to you. There was a husband and wife, They always kept on fighting, but if they fight before going to bed, they settle among themselves. One day they had a big fight, and both were having a lot of ego. They don't want to give up, and the husband never wanted to talk to his wife, and wife also never wanted to give up. Yeah, women are very strong. Women are very strong. Then the next day he had a flight to go back for his office trip. The husband written in a bit paper, a small paper, tomorrow my flight is at 9 o'clock, wake me up 5 o'clock, and kept under the pillow. The morning when he got up, it was already 10 o'clock. He missed the flight, office trip, everything became spoiled, He was about to take the pillow and beat his wife. He got 100 small slips. It's already 5 o'clock, get up. It is already 5:05, get up. It is already 5:10, get up. Like that, he had 100 slips. So if you give one slip, you get 100 slip. If you do one good thing, you get 100 good things. If you do one bad thing, you get 100 bad things to you. With this message, I'm very happy in meeting you all. Ayurveda has connected us very well, and I'm always grateful to my profession and the system which I follow. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanitha ka. It's a wonderful speech. And this stage is getting honored by the Jambavans of Siddha medicine and Ayurveda medicine together. And in Tamil Nadu, the tradition, our proud, is a Siddha medicine. And when I came to Chennai for my college days, I had two people like a protecting angels in my college. One is Vanitha ka, another one is Cholananna. They were with me always like our own brothers. And for your information, Cholananna is an elder brother and Akka is an elder sister. By blood they are connected, but by heart we three are together. And I visited, during my college days, I visited the first clinic. It's Dr. Shree Varma's clinic. He received a first-year student with utmost love, care, and he spent his time. Still, it's a warm remembrance. Then, I'm fortunate. Next, I visited Dr. Vijayapal. He's a very super senior. One of my classmates took him to his clinic. I had to tell you, from those days, these people are my inspiration. Today, if I am here, how I received them at my 20s, that made me to stand here. I'm very humbled. I'm very humbled to say my gratitude to Dr. Shree Varma, Dr. Sendal, Dr. Vijayapal, Dr. Vanitha, Dr. Cholan. It's very, very emotional moment for me. This evening was planned such a way, we try to get your time together. Lot of uncertainties. Is it Shree Varma is coming or Akka is coming or they are not coming on the same time? But I have to thank to my master, my beloved Guruji, Reverend Kamaleshri Patel Daji, to bless this evening. Without you all, this national event can't be complete. You made this event meaningful to share this dais. On behalf of Wellness by Heartfulness, we are thanking you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm, lively and engaging session. I once again thank you for taking time amidst your busy schedule to be here with us. And in order to express our gratitude, I request Dr. Shree Varma sir and Dr. Veera Choran sir to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Vanitha Muralikumar ma'am.